Okay, this is how to make a trout spoon. Basically, I had some scrap metal, just an old top off a propane tank, and I had cut here and taken a few different sections of metal off of it. And what you end up with at the end of it, by the way, just so you know, is something like that. Okay, it's probably a 3.5-inch long trout spoon. It's got a little curve here, it's bent in here, bent this way, and I tested it for swimming, so it swims very well. But if we can just, so you take your cutoff wheel on your angle grinder and you cut your little templates, and then you pound them straight so that they're straight, because when they come off that piece, they're not going to be straight. And then when you get them to the rough shape that you want them, you take them over here, and what I've done is I put them in a vise. This is a flat one, and this is one that I've already pounded to get the first initial curve on it. And so then you put them in the vise. This one is half done. I've already half done this one. It's not entirely done. You have to do both sides. And by the way, when you do this, and the curve you get on this the initial curve is too much. The initial curve is too much. So, and it just pounds over easy. And this is pretty thick metal, so I imagine you can probably use some different metal. But I'm just going to go ahead and finish this one a little bit. First thing I'm going to do is take some of this big fat curve off it that we just put, because it's just too much. So I'm going to flatten the spoon just a little bit, and you can play with it and do whatever you want with it. So, and then one end is going to get bent out, and then of course you have to drill holes in each end. Put that in something like that, and then just give it a little bend one way, and that's probably good, maybe even too much. You may have to play with it and find it might be too much. The idea is you want it to swim good. That's the important thing. So the important thing is that it swims well. So one you curve this way, and the other one you curve the other way. You don't curve them the same. You don't curve them the same way. And you can also play around, and sometimes you can make one side. You can make one side a little thinner. You can make more of a teardrop on the back, make the front side a little thinner. These will be something like that. And there again, I think the curve is a little too much. So, and then, you can smooth it all out when you're done with the grinder. And, excuse me, sweetie. Smooth it all out when you're done with the grinder. Take it over here and hit it with the buffing wheel, and you end up with something like that. They get nice and pretty. There, that's probably a little more accurate. They get nice and shiny when you hit them with a buffer. And that's it. That's how you make your own trolling spoons. The nice thing is these are quite a bit thicker. Of course, they're not stainless, so you're going to have to paint them, but you could use stainless steel or copper if you wanted. So that's basically it. Thanks for watching.